to Nairobi. I keep telling you, Kenya ain't no ordinary land, family. There's something these guys know about Kenya, and
Last week there was this lady who was abducted, and she was found yesterday. For those who don't know her, most of her videos look like this, and they are mostly about keeping our government in check. She's always talking about what is wrong with our government. She's always criticizing our government, and basically she's always doing a great job. Now, yesterday, oh my god, this photo of her when she said she survived a horrific event, and let us just go through. Like, I want us to look at her injuries alone. Let's start with the head. There are multiple head injuries. Let's start with the black eye. She has black eye from both of her eyes, possibly punches, possibly slaps. I don't know, but she has two black eyes. Then you go. She has a bandage on her forehead, possibly something swollen on her forehead, or a cut. And from the side of her head, you can see that most part of her hair was possibly shaved so that you could tender to the injury on the side of her head. Just imagine, the horror as I explain these things. The injury, it's clearly a cut from the side of her head. Then you look at her cheeks compared to her videos, they are possibly swollen. Again, possibly punches, possibly slaps. And I can't imagine what she went through. And we go to her arms. The left arm has burns. You can see those burns. She has burns on the left arm on two different spots. This could be possibly from something hot being placed on her arm. And my God, just imagine, the only hot thing I can think of is the iron. So imagine the electric iron, possibly. I don't know. God damn. Anyway, you go to her right arm, then you have another possible cut from the band-aid that has been tied on her arm. Then you go to the right leg, you can see she has bruises, and possibly also it could be a burn, or she fell, or she was dragged somewhere, and the wounds are just healing. So this lady went through a lot, and whoa, why are we just chilling? What's wrong with our security forces? We started talking abductions like ages ago, and we're still in the same situation. Why are our security forces, God, this is so scary. Honestly, it is so scary. And on a different event, there's this young man who was basically pleading so that he wouldn't be hauled into a waiting car, as the people who were around had the only thing that they were armed with were cameras, and these men were armed with guns. Now, in these states, we have armed men taking away our people and then hurting them. Oh my God, hurting them. And we have nobody, absolutely nobody, to account for, like, let's say for this lady, who will take responsibility for what she went through. Just imagine all those injuries, all those things, who will take responsibility? Now, at this point, I think we should have a law that places all the responsibility on somebody, especially our security forces. If our security is not guaranteed, these fellas get paid way a lot of money. And to imagine that we're talking about abduction since last June, and we're still headed to another June, and there's no concrete, solid solution that has been found to deal with this situation. I think it's a matter of time that somebody takes responsibility for our failed security. Yeah, it's simple as that. Because say you're a teacher, a student, and you have a class and all your students fail to pass, then you got to bear responsibility for that. You know, the same way somebody comes and say, you know what, um, when somebody comes and say that they say for an achievement, they are usually proud for what they've achieved, and mostly they are rewarded for that. So we should also reward bad when bad words, when people fail to take their responsibility well, we should reward them by them taking responsibility. Jail terms, fines, something. It just can't be business as usual. Somebody has to take responsibility, honestly. And for this lady, for whatever you went through, we are absolutely sorry. We are absolutely sorry that your country failed to take care of you after promising to take care of you. It's not business as usual. Somebody has to take responsibility.